I know you have to click through and such, but, like, still. Ooh, spooky. Okay. Buying a thing from Oriflammes. I was stocking up on edibles. Not that kind, although maybe I probably could. But... Yes. Okay. I want to pile things on top of each other, but I can't. Oh. I can move the water. Let's move the water room over. That makes room for the dripping, at least one of it. And then I put the sugar back where or just keep the sugar in my inventory, because fuck it. Okay, we're roasting the marinated beef. If I consider the spice scales, what happens? Investigate. No, not what I want to do. I guess pick up the potatoes and leek or onion soup. So let's grab the leeks and then put down the sugars. Oh, let's put that marrow by the marrow and the sugar by the other stuff. Pig pilchers are done food. Oh my goodness, do you ever just get sudden, like, deeply felt urges that you just cannot do? At least not at the moment. If only for pure feasibility's sake, like it's just physically impossible. Okay, so we've got the Elegiac Poet's assistance. We have exalted him with some sky. We can give him 3 more sky off of our Fost++, which would let him open the glaring room. Correct? No, that's lantern. Haha, can't trick me, bitch! But the Squawkologia does take sky, so we will still be doing that. Caca! Good. Okay. Okay, the marinated roast beef is almost done. Ooh, you get drippings from it. Cool. Oh, dripping onion. Make leek soup. Pick up the marinated roast beef. Yeah. Oh. One-sama. Yamete wo. For fornication's sake. For the sake of Fornius. In the name of that specific demon, will this plant please fucking move? What about this plant? That'll do. Bitch, there is room. In this sun, there is room for you. I swear to God, don't make me play skin and bones over a fucking cat's claw. There. Ah, beautiful. Gorgeous. I have never actually investigated the nightmare before, and therefore I will. Finally. Oh, I already started the league soup. Good. Table. Potted plant. It's a leaf, not a flower. Therefore, I can instead employ hieroglyphics. No. Inks of Revelation. Moth. Ah, bother. Oh, I did, inks of power. Ah, but that cannot go here. Ho, 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 ho. Where is a workstation that will take a material on which I can do this? A lot harder to find than a place to put it down. I'll admit, very stupid for that to be my solution, but nevertheless, my solution 'tis. Oh, it would surely be the dispensary, right? Flowers only in the dispensary. Oh my fucking frick. Fine. Fine. You can go by this. Bitch, I said you can go here. Okay, next is putting the roast pheasant in here also. This room is so freaking stalkeronied. We got roast beef. We got roast pheasant. We got fudge. We got lapsang souchong, 2 cups. Roast potatoes. Pickled pilchards, two jars. And plums, which are really an ingredient. Or an egg and mixing bowl. Egg a bowl. The way they describe cooking is so sexual, but like in a good way, which is rare to me. Ah, yeah. No, not intimate. That's the word. That's what it is. It's not actually sexual, it's just intimate. Do I not have any flour? Is that the one thing I didn't order? How silly of me. Oh, or perhaps I stored it in a different room because of overflow? Oh, doesn't look like it. Whatever. I don't believe we have macarons. No. Have I already made roast potatoes? Yes. So these are the ones I want to put dripping on. Sight. Okay. And we receive the Orchid Transfigurations of Earth. Nice. That's a Grail book, which I suspect... No? Not even a fucking desk. Okay, right. Pale. No, that... Ava? Ava? There you are. Era Plus, Desires and Dissolutions. Literally any Grail type tool, so... Back to the kitchen it is to grab a... Well, I think it's more delicious to do it with a knife. Read, I mean. I restored the sanctuary of the lost Baron de Wall. Gull Scry Logia. The Logia Prospect. A rose desk! I think I already had a rose desk in the... Yes, I did. Why was I so excited by that? Weeping Chamber. Shrouded Space. I think I want to get the Shrouded Space next. Or the Infested Wine Cellar. Yeah, I think Wine Cellar, actually. Regardless. We're reading that book now. The cooking is nearly done. Okay. Hey! Tisk. Okay, so let's reperuse Prophecies of Glory. Because that'll get us a revelation. Which, while that cooks, it's a good time to examine the occult, or to get the occult scrap from the newspaper. And as the night is coming, I believe it's a good time as well. Oh. Catalog these at a desk that can do shaft or metal. Yes, good. It's likely to be contaminated is why. Depending on what it is. Mystery Grail 4. Kernowick Hennevic, which I don't speak. Frick. Heck. Of course, easy, uncontaminated, and unreadable. Just my luck, am I right? Okay. Have any of the rooms I smell an ink of revelation. There's Houndsgall, Evening Isles, coffee in here. Ryan Levinson. Umbrus oil. Bell tower chair. Windlet workbench. Okay. Baronial. Yes, we're going to catalog 3 baronial books. Shaft book. That's not... Can't catalog in bed. You can catalog me in bed. I mean, what? Yeah, you, hey, oh. Eh. Flood, or pseudo-flood, suggests alignments between the alchemical tradition of Rubidoux and the older Grail traditions, through the Pine Knight's quest for the Cinnabar Cup. The Other Line, one of Samuel Savage's more thoughtful works, an allegorical play about the city Clarity, a city that is also a book, and the sentences which inhabit it. Delightful. Very relevant to my interests. Okay, that's the reread Prophecies of Glory. That's my revelation. It is written. Musgrave, 4th of the De Wolf line, writes tentatively about the covenant of Brankrug and the legacy of the sacred inks he calls Incasta Potentiala. Inks of power. Ogkor Tisalak Ogkor. A surprisingly chatty text by an entity that identifies itself as the Excellency Nathobasis. Interesting. 12 mystery knock, not in any esoteric languages. Magnificent roast potatoes. Oh, they're even like sparkly. The shinies of of roast potatoes, not mashed. Yeah. Yeah. That was peculiar. Yeah. Okay. Alright. The table is quote-unquote set. I do believe Vagabond's desk. Annoyingly, Rose and Moth are my best options at the moment. None of which. Art. I could just read this. Huh. Like, just... boom. And then I just need, like, an itty-bitty amount of heart. Bam. Okay, Inks of Revelation. I can use that with Moth. Moth Lantern, no. Moth. No. Barber's chair? Projector? I mean... oh. Now, what exactly do you think you're trying to do? If the answer is I don't know, perhaps consider another tactic. Okay. 5, 4, 6, 7. Penberry and Lapidary. That sounds like a thing to try. Fiddle faddle. Can't use that there. Right, that's the little circle I've got myself running in now, isn't it? Neither of those can go in here. However... What? Could make Refulgin. Undiscovered. Inks of Revelation. What other 5 thing could it be? could make glass finger toxin, but that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, I guess that's not substance. Somehow. Yep, one Solomon's preparation, and we've got ourselves a name day riddle. Excellent. Dusk has fallen, dawn will come soon. Seek the cup in the birthing bed, the Pine Knight is told. The midwife at the birthing bed, to his amazement, is the Mountain Mother. In a fit of awe, he both gelds and flays himself. The vigilant storm bursts joyfully from the remains. Memory satisfaction, lessons in resurgences and emergencies. Intriguing. There sure was a resurging emergence there, wasn't there? Now then, those have Moth Grail aspect, so I think... Ooh, I think they're probably best spent on Desires and Dissolutions, if possible. Oh. I need to let morning come. Fuck. Can I dream on my memory satisfaction in my velvet bed? Yes. Yes, I can. Daybreak, daybreak. Ooh, it's a snowy day. I love the snow. People freeze to death in it all the time. And they say, please, 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 someone please bring me something warm. And then, well, desires, dissolutions, memory satisfaction, wormwood dream. Oh, earth sign doesn't quite fit. Ooh, hoo hoo. Well, alternative routes exist. Inks of Revelation, for instance. It is committed. Transformations and liberations. Grail. Let's be a little sneaky about it. Level that up. And because that is going to consume the earth sign, let's talk to Snake Boy. Ogkor, Tisalak, Ogkor. Sounds like a fun read. Throw some shapt at it. Hello, Kitter Catter. Pitter patter, pitter patter. Thank you for not stepping on my stuff. Not quite, not quite, not quite. More, more, more. Or. How much scale does Parabian have? Just 2. I've read that. I know that ambrosial gives impulse, which I don't currently have a stack of. I guess read that with metal 1. I know that... I believe it's the intimacies of skin? Sin? I think that should be enough memories for now. Okay, so we've got the name day riddle. That's got... Okay, we got a lot of shit in all kinds of different directions right this second. That's an issue, I think. Let's let our currently active things finish. The great signs and the great scars. That seems worth an upgrade, don't you think? The Lord's Proverbial and Lord's Disquisitional war in the streets of Clarity, while the punctuants get drunk on ink and supply the jokes. Though, by Savage's usual standards, there aren't very many jokes. The final act sees the Lord's Proverbial unsealing the city Clarity's... Oh, sorry. Mouse pad slipped. City Clarity's gate to expel the population into the unknown. The formula that they use for the unsealing is a real one. It can be used with knock-on preliminal meter to create a gate sign of power. Confounding parable. And preliminal meter. Okay, so now... Great Signs and Great Scars is up. I'm going to go ahead and use preliminal meter on Inks of Power instead, actually, if I can get away with it. Memory impulse. Ah, aha, okay, so that also gives impulse. Damn. Okay, gotcha. Can I feed a boiled egg to my viper? Let's find out. Let's find the boiled egg. Where's the egg? Show me the egg. Who's a cute little venomous snake? Who wants to eat the egg? Fuck. Well, I suppose there is no other solution but to harvest egg. And also put back egg. Ah, yes. That's right, that's right. I should consider this again. So I've read the other line. It is written. I just don't have the time right this moment to delve into... The tripled heart. Ah, right. Kernoek. Why was I looking for more stuff anyway? I think trying to plan. Okay, so now... Inks of Power with Lesson on Preliminal Meter with Occult Scrap Confounding Parable. And putting in a little effort. Excellent. Let's see. If I can get a helpful person who's worth a decent amount of winter. So let's go looking with, I guess metal. Okay, now we have an egg. Yes. And then... Well... 30 seconds, okay, yeah. Now we feed the snake. Forge Sky Lantern. Nope. Try again. Meow. 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 Eat some plums. position. Sky again. Good enough. Ah, no, but not soon enough. Glass blowing with snow and frost. Add a metal. I don't have a metal. What about with Anberry? I would need liquid. Liquid! However, I think I might be able to, actually. I've got... not glass finger toxin, but, Ichor... Don't I have Ichor Auroral, was it? Or perhaps not Auroral, perhaps it was... Oh, I was so certain I had it. Sky Juice. Perhaps it's in the kitchen? Perhaps it's some sort of kitchen drink? Tough. Domon Ruffalay. Nope, nope, nope. It's a candle. Those are plums. That's a glass of wine. Liquid. It's just gotta be a liquid. Like, this is a liquid, legally. So is Orpiment Exalted, but I'm not about to use that as my catalyst. Not a chance. I suppose it would be a bit odd for a liquid to have sky, huh? Yeah. Ichor Vitreous, then. No, I need something that lets me use a physical item in the composition of the resultant creation. But it needs to allow me to use... Damn. Bother. The dispensary does not allow this. Well, I may as well get my occult scrap back. Oh! January Sanguinary. Okay. So... I don't believe that can be put into the telescope. No. Nope. Was it Anbury? Yes. Tool or an ink. This is neither of those. So it needs to be an ink with sky. Or no, it just has to be an ink. It can be any ink. Genius. It just has to be an ink that'll go in the thing. Okay, good, good. It's just xanthotic essence? Where? Chervinite. Okay, well at least I discovered it. That's good. Sacrosolus Fost Snow. Lens. Yeah, I mean, xanthotic essence out of turpentine ain't bad. And that's all my soul elements exhausted, so nothing else I can do today. Hey, I made 6 pence. Got my gold scrap back. Do you ever feel like you're watching someone, like, fail social checks in real time? It's pretty astonishing. Nevertheless, we endure. Cardea's Delight? Oh, it's a stormy day. How fun. a realist painter. Yes, you'll do. I'm pretty sure I do have a knock tool at this point, but it's like a weird one. Ah well. Yeet. Okay. Okay, so we'll be clearing out the wine cellar with the painter. Which means we want to either do moth or grail. It looks like moth is the easy route. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we just need to give her one more. Whew. If we did do grail, we could give her 3 grail. But I don't think there's a 3 grail. Oh, but food. Yep, could feed her. Yep, mm-hmm. And of course, as she is a painter... Huh. Hell yeah. Fudge to the rescue. No. That's not the fudge. Fudge! Alright, now I have a painter who is sufficiently horny to uninfest my wine cellar somehow? Well, good luck to her. Memory, yes. A gate flung wide. The Excellency Nathobasis explains the limbs and extensions of potent and dangerous glyphic achievements. The sentences are nonsense on first reading, but quickly acquire an insistent meaning on each repetition. With adequate grail, the Excellency Nathobasis explains, the pale Mommet wakes to life. With generous grail, the flushed Mommet accepts our beneficence. It may be necessary to overcome scruple. The Excellency Nathobasis will assure you as to how, and to whom, and with which most perfect instrument. The great signs and the great scars, and memory pattern. Huh. Very well, very well, very well. On the shelf with you. Ahem. But whence onto which shelf? Oh dear. This shelf has room, right? These aren't poisoned, are they? They're just like hard or something? Oh. No. It is in fact cursed. But not spreading curse, just like curse. It's fine. Anyway. I want to level up my door and wall. Tch. Never mind. I don't want to use 2 lessons on it, though. Preliminal meter. Clockworks. Well, let's see what's in the new room. Well, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised by the wine. Dandelion, Lempig Broceliand, Schloss Jannings, Domaine Ravelaine. That's whiskey, not wine. That's a candle. Those are empty. Ah, bucket. The bucket. Interesting symbol on that. Oh, that's a funny looking package. Lost packages. Okay. Just one, though. Okay, so collapsed cellar, rustling stair, Wheelfeld spring, glaring room, echoing chamber. Okay. This is the scale table. Is that really my best option, though? Path and Pilgrim is primarily Rose. Yeah, I have no rank 4. Not even a rank 3 primary scale. Do I have a rank 2 scale that I could up? I'm a fool. Pentiments and precursors. Aha! And then I just need a tool that gives scale, and luckily I know what an hourglass looks like. Scale unearthed. Okay, great signs and great scars. Now level 3. I could use this storm for something. Heart. Yes, I think I shall use it for heart. Edict's inviolable. 444. That brings us to 12. Do I have a heart book at 12 that I haven't read yet or something? Any chance? Nah, I didn't think so. Deep Mondic. Now, Deep Mondic does not give a bonus relevant. However, it's just 2, right? I believe I have... Where did it go? Descent of the Shell is Forg. It's 108. De Oris. The Radical Measure. Thorough Moon. Commandments for the preservation of all that exists. That's the one. Haha! With Prohibit, I can solve it! I just need to take my notes in the right color of ink, and I beat executive dysfunction. That actually makes sense. And it says here, as the light passeth through a prism into many colors, so the great ink separateth into the lesser inks, and the lesser inks into inks minor. Ah. And here, Eli describes powerful protective incantations to be used in a variety of circumstances. Musgrave coyly refuses to talk of the great inks, or else refuses to admit he doesn't know much about them. He insists that Ugol and Stargol, which can be mixed with sufficient nectar or sky aspect, are sufficient for most befitting purposes. Confounding Parable, Inks of Power. Let's open this up. It is essential that these protections be completed every 4th year to defend against the entry of the worms and against the avidity of the wave and of the wound. In the current history, at least, there is no indication that these protections have been performed regularly for at least the last 1,000 years. Memory satisfaction, lessons, stitching, and binding. I got a lot of lessons on my hands right now, damn. Damn, girl, you learning? Bitch be getting schooled? Okay, so... Perugian Diaries, that's a good go-to. And then... Can't really remember... I think comfort is one, but that requires considering an object. Yeah. Hail. The sky edge. That's one way to look at it. Dawn Lion coffee packet? That's... okay. Sure. Not particularly impressive, is all I'll say. Nevertheless... First stop in the morning is... find unusual help. Desires and dissolutions is 3. Adorned wall is 3. Takes the middle. It's committed. Yes, I have all my wisdoms to 3 already. And then I have illumination 4. But everything else 4 is open. And all my level 4s are already committed. No, winter's nearly over. Okay, we've got a cheerful ditty. Ditty. Okay. What? Oh. Oh, right. Okay, good. Memory touch. Yeah. Not quite relevant. can certainly consider this. Consulting engineer. Let me consult whether or not you can engineer a solution. You likely can. Okay, congrats, you're getting hired. Chat up about the weather. Door and wall. Door and wall. I am just one memory short, and I know how to get it. Cardea's Delights. Ah! Okay, open up that weeping chamber. Have fun. Weeping what? Chamber. Bye. Woohoo! My second rank 4 assignment skill. My second rank 4 wisdom unlock. And it's going to be Nyctodromy. There is a prophecy of a shining city that mortals might build. There is a paradox that a city unbuilt can always be greater than one that exists. The night arts teach this resolution that the gate to that city must be fashioned from black sapphire and raised in dreams. Or, there is a paradox of a shining city that mortals might build. There is a paradox that a city unbuilt can always be greater than one that exists. The bright arts teach this resolution, that the hours will always forbid the raising of that city, so that it will remain a great hope and a great traveling. Nyctodromy's way cooler. Oh, wait, what does that give? Oh, that gives Fet? That gives Shaft. I'm biased. Sorry. Okay, and now... Desires and Dissolutions is also not yet committed. However, I have no lessons related to it. Never mind. Edicts Inviolable is committed. Edicts Martial is committed. Inks of Power is not yet committed. Well, 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 well. It's scale and rows? Are you... Oh, gosh, that's hard to... Scale and Grail, on the other hand. Oh, fuck. Cheerful Ditty isn't... Okay. Quenchings and Quellings, Stitching and Binding, Cheerful Ditty, Wormwood Dream. One short. Deep Ellis Mororum gives fear when you read it. Just to maintain the edge. Make an old wound. Let's... Don't I have several Bisquinots? Yeah, there's one. So let's open that sucker upper. What was that noise? What happened? Oh, right. I unlocked a new room. Palest blue, an outsized egg, a gull's egg, paint red. Blood is only occasionally this color. If they say more research is needed, don't listen. Soft blue sofa. Magnificent green cockatoo. Departure chalk. Interesting. Howling chamber is above. Gull scry workbench. Oh, yay! Oh, yippee! Yippee! A new workbench that lets me put just stuff in it. Hell yes. Not any stuff, but more different stuff than I could put in things before. You know how I feel about putting stuff in things. Evolve via Hushery. I think now's the time to evolve anything. Memory Sight. Certain apprentice level scale recipes are used to tie the knot. Interesting. Memory Foresight, which is Forge. Memory Contradiction. Old Wound. Oh, that's not even Fear, that's Contradiction. That's even more convenient. Okay, cool. Okay, meow? Furs and feathers. No. Meow. Eh. Gotta be here somewhere. This is moon. This is moon. This is moon. Neither of those are moon. That's Forge and Lantern. None of those are moon. Rose and moon. Surely there's a rose and moon. Moon and scale? Scale and sky. Moon and heart. Now, that might be doable. Yeah, that gives us a new top level of heart skill, at least. Where's the chicken coop right now? What am I doing? Ah, here we are. I bet she'll want some plums when she's done laying an egg. Edicts inviolable. Way up there now. Moon and Rose, Pearl and Tide. Of course, now I'm missing one of the components. Let's see, Vac can upgrade with Rose. And I don't want to do that. Preliminal meter? For frick's sake. Whatever. Oh, I know one thing I can use my Arab on. Or no, Whist. There. And then... Yep, okay. I now have an egg and an angry chicken. And then I can feed the chicken, not the egg. Ooh, fog. Oh, Numa. Hello, Numa. Hello, Spencer Hobson. Spencer Hobson has been a number of things. Journalist, private detective, priest, Suppression Bureau irregular. He's still a number of things. That might not be a problem. He's disinclined to speak. He hopes to visit the Rowanarium beneath Hush House, to pass through it, to go down somewhere. Take him to the Rowanarium? Where the fuck is that? Noom broom. Okay, well, this changes everything. Gotta try and hire someone. No, I want to find help. Nope, okay. I can't hire anyone during Numa. Cool. Aunt Mopsy. Collector of Proverbs, connoisseur of wines, herald of the hour, called the Mare in the Tree. Okay, my money from singing Ronwins, thank you very much. Matter of counterfeit memory. Understands Hiskos. Hello. Consider. I almost fell for it. Cheh, cheh. Oh no, my headphones are on low battery. Although that may be for the best, this is quite a conundrum. Can I... If I had just one more rose. You know what? Yeah. I think a 4.5-hour stream is good. I think that's fine. Especially since I have to go back and get the Dragon's Dogma stuff for the Voderonis. So, let's swap to chat.